aggressive. Rio Karori with one late lunge to the wire. Give me a prince from Rio Karori. Up the outside, jet dog flying to the wire, very close. See it again, he's absolutely flying, and see it again, got there. Make it snappy, he's going all of the way. Cousin Casey, he shows his class in the Cape Punters Club. Charles Dickens that got driven into the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, you seeing something special.
Good evening, everybody. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to stand before you as the hosts of the Cape Racing and Cape Breeders Awards for the season 2022-23, which ended on the 31st of July. We are obviously here to crown the champions of the season in the most fiercely competitive province in the country. Although the summer months is Cape Town's flagship, the remaining months of the season is always a window to the future, when promising champions of the future step up. The recent rejig of the program here in the Cape also gave connections a chance to race at home before venturing to their winter homes. But more than that, 18 months ago, there would have been fear among many stalwarts in this room where we would all be. Cape Racing existed as a jurisdiction rather than a name. Then change. I fear change. You fear change. It's natural, but it can also be beautiful. To not change is to accept the familiar. The familiar might become the norm in time, but often change, like the seasons provided by Mother Nature, is necessary. When thinking about the message I wanted to convey tonight, the message is simple. I spent time looking for the shortest yet easiest poem about change I could find, and it happened to be the first poem I read out of around 50. Selene Nair penned, "Change is a challenge, change is a fear, change is the change of mind, change is the change of attitude, change is the change of a way of life, change is the change of recognized, change is the change of mysterious, change is the change to solitude, and change is the change to perfection." As the final race on the card often reads in Cape Town and Durban, here we are with the Hollywoodbets bright future. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Cape Racing and Cape Breeders Awards. Welcome to you all. And without further ado, it's time to call up the chairman of Cape Racing to deliver the welcome address. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Greg Bortz.
Thank you, Ellie. Good evening, everybody, and welcome. It is a little weird having to turn my head left and right, so let me start off by saying, please excuse the room. I think all of you would have noticed what's going on in this building. Alistair mentioned change. Well, the one place where you're seeing lots of change is in this building. We would have held the awards in what was the 1881. The members' lounge, everybody's well aware of. It is no more. It has been knocked down and in the process of being rebuilt into something absolutely sensational. We're busy scrambling because our season is fast approaching, and we want to get as much done and complete by the time we return to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So thank you for indulging us. But I think those of you who have been in this peninsula room before, it looks nothing like it used to. I'm sure you would remember. Gone are the days of the blue carpet that the folks at CSI could have a field day trying to test what was in that carpet, the mold, the low ceilings, the hospital ceilings. Hopefully you guys are embracing the change that you're seeing. Before I start, I really want to give a heartfelt thank you to everybody in this room and those that are following online. To the owners that are here, I've said it constantly, there is no sport without the owners. We've made the owners the focal point of what we're trying to achieve within Cape Racing. So thank you to all the owners that are here. All the breeders, of course, we don't have an industry if you are not breeding your beautiful horses. To our trainers, our jockeys, our grooms, the farriers, the vets, the transporters, the list goes on and on. A big thank you to everybody that's part of this family for helping us get through what has been a very interesting year, which I'll touch more on in a second. Awards. We're here for awards. A lot of people said, well, what's the point of having awards? And quite frankly, I was part of that group not long ago. And when I think about it, when I think about the sport, the one thing, when that video was put on and you see the horses running, I think the one thing that binds all of us is just an absolute passion for the sport and for these animals. That's the one. I mean, I just wonder why we all go through it and have put up with what we put up over the years and the decades, because it's spine-tingling stuff. And we are all so passionate about it. And you know what? Why not sit back and reflect and celebrate our champions, be they champion horses, be they champion trainers, be they champion jockeys or owners. And I think it's a brilliant time to look back and also to regenerate our excitement for the year that lies ahead. So I think awards actually serve a very important part, and we are thrilled to be hosting this year's awards. I do want to just, there'll be a few things, I'm not going to speak for long. Maybe a few things I say will be slightly controversial, but I've never been known to pull my punches. The awards are different this year. You may not notice it. You certainly will from next year. The awards used to be put on by the ROA. They are no longer put on by the ROA. And the reason for that is that I insisted that they were not putting on the awards. When I came on board, as part of what I needed to do a fair amount of due diligence on what was going on in terms of why we were in the predicament that we were in, and I didn't like what I saw. I'm not going to get into the details, but you would have noticed that Cape Racing has severed ties with the ROA, and it's not for some petty reason, it's for a substantial reason. So when it came to this year's awards, I said Cape Racing will not be participating in the awards at all, as long as the ROA is part of it. And the other operators came together and agreed that the operators instead would do it on their own. So what you may not have noticed is this year there was no ROA contribution towards the awards. The first awards, the national awards, were put on this year by 4 Racing, so it may have looked and felt similar to what you've seen previously because they went first in the rotation. Next year will be Cape Town, the year after that will be Durban, back to Joburg, and so on. That's how it's going to be changing. So the national awards are not going to be in Joburg next year. The national awards will be here. The year after that, the national awards will be in Durban, and so it goes on. So that's the difference. So next year, I think when we have these awards, they will be at the same time as the national awards. So I think you will see next year will be, once our building is complete, we have a year and we're in control of our turn on the rotation next year. I can promise you an absolutely stupendous show for next year. For now, it feels like we're in transition. It feels like we've been in transition for a long time, and this room is certainly part of that transition. Next year, we'll be in a separate venue, albeit here. So before I get going, I think we'd all agree, and Alistair said it when he started off. I mean, a year ago, I remember where I was this time a year ago. I remember it was just before the Hollywoodbets Durban July a year ago. And it was the Thursday before the Hollywoodbets Durban July, which was on the Saturday. And Cape Racing couldn't make its payroll. It couldn't pay salaries. And so that's when I remember I made a very quick bridge loan to fund salaries 2 days before the Hollywoodbets Durban July. The next day, the deal got signed, and here we are basically a year later. And I hope you would all agree with me, it just feels different. This will be the last, I think I've got a year to keep repeating the same stuff, so you've all heard it all before, just indulge me. But what a year it's been. And what I'd like to ask you all to do is I can tell you, coming in, when certainly I felt when I walked into the building, it felt like I was walking into a morgue. It felt dead. It was just, there was no energy, there was no vibe, the culture was too terrible, everything needed to change, absolutely everything. And the thing that I'm proudest of 1 year later is of the team that we've assembled at Cape Racing. And I can tell you, you can talk about stakes and money and new coats of paint. I can tell you right now, that is nothing without the team that we put together. From everybody within the Cape Racing executive team, to the marketing, to the catering, to security, to parking, to everywhere. I would hope that all of you that have been coming to races have experienced the freshness, the passion, the energy, something that's been lacking for over a decade. So if I can ask you please just to acknowledge the entire team at Cape Racing with a round of applause. Okay, so let me just quickly, let me give you a snapshot. We've had the year, we've had our first year behind us, so what lies ahead? What are on the plans? Firstly, it is always in the cards to continue to increase stakes and incentives. Said at the beginning, owners are pivotal. The economic equation of owning racehorses has been upside down. We wanted to give owners a chance to cover their keep, at least a meaningful portion of the keep, so doing stimulating demand, which stimulates for the breeders, and on it goes. The plans are to keep going. Plans are to keep going. We want to continue to keep moving forward from a stakes perspective. I think that's really important. The next big thing that you guys should all be looking out for, and you would have heard it, and I can't get into all the details, but what's going on at this particular property will blow your mind. I wish I could tell you everything. The reason I cannot is because you've got to go through lots of city processes and permits and what have you with public opinions, and I don't want to sort of play the hand, but too much. But this property is going to be active all the time. All the time. So it's not just going to be a case of I'm going to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth to watch racing. Families are going to say we're going to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth because of all the various activities that are going on at all the time. Very, very exciting stuff. I can't wait to share that with you. You're getting a glimpse of what's going on. And by the way, I got so many questions about the Cape Turf Club and should I join Centurion and what does it mean in terms of parking? Well, parking's at a premium because of everything that we have going on. There's only so much parking going around, so it was a genuine thing. You will see new parking lots having to be built elsewhere on the property because of the new layout of what's going on here. But all racing people in this room, let me tell you some really exciting stuff. I don't know if any of you have noticed the rails. I guarantee you John Freeman has, because John Freeman studies every ounce of every picture on the broadcast. The rails have been around since 19 what have you. We have ordered new rails, completely new rails, top-of-the-line rails. Justin Formarka paid the deposit yesterday. They're on their way. They're being shipped. Every inch of rail is being changed to the new top-of-the-line railings that have give and are good for horses. If horses get bounced up against them, will look beautiful. So we're super excited about that. One of our other big projects, which you will see, I'm hoping we'll be ready for season, is we are going to have the most beautiful finish lines. Not just this little photo finish camera, but when you go to Churchill Downs, when you go to Flemington and you see these beautiful finish posts, we're doing the same. Our main finish line is going to be on the straight. On the summer and winter course, it's going to be mobile because we need to be able to move the finish line depending, but it's going to be gorgeous. The new winner's circle is being enlarged. No more do we want to celebrate our winners in the front, but if you came second, third, or fourth, please go to the back. No more. We celebrate everybody that's bought horses. We celebrate everybody up front. We want all the people here to be celebrating them. And that's what you see. So you've noticed, if you were to look out the window, lots of things being knocked down, stages being knocked down, new studio, new winner's podium. It's going to be sensational. I'm hopeful we'll be ready. I'm not sure we will. We have literally pushed these builders to breaking point. There's a lot of tired, stressed people. We're doing our best, which is why you're going to see we're going to spend a little bit longer at Hollywoodbets Durbanville than we normally would, because we can't have racing here while we have all this work going on. So please bear with us, but it's very exciting. Over at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, we're in the middle of a massive development. Not ready to announce it yet, but it's going to be a very big residential development taking place at Hollywoodbets Durbanville, in the middle of the track, around the outsides of the track. a multi-billion rand development. That's going to be very profitable for us. 100% of the profits are going to stay within racing. Not one penny gets dividended out. 100% of the profits will be reinvested in stakes, facilities, owners, trainers, bonuses, incentives. The whole purpose is, I need to stop working here. This was never meant to be a job. This was meant to be just resuscitate the patient and move out. But this entity, this living, breathing organism needs to be self-sustaining. That is a way that's going to create permanent capital for this business to enable it to go from strength to strength, so that every year we can come here and celebrate our successes and not worry about where the next stake check is coming from. As we're growing more, and I'll give you some stats in a second, we are getting more and more people wishing to come to the Cape, which is good news. It's very good news. Problem is, we are space constrained. Our training facility at Milton is space constrained. The tracks can only handle so much. So we're starting with new tractors, new technology. There's so much going on there. We're going to create more boxes at Milton. We are going to be doing a lot more to expand there. But that's only going to cater for so much, and we're going to need to go and expand from a training facility basis as well. So we are busy looking at that. And then most important, and I think half the room are the breeders. You've heard me say it before, I'm going to say it again, which is, it is the thing about this industry, that this industry has scored more own goals than any other industry. We keep shooting ourselves in the foot over and over and over again. And why? It's to what Alistair said. He didn't know that I was going to be saying this, but he started off about change, is old habits die hard. People don't like change. So why 90% or 80% of the horses leave here to go up to Joburg to get sold, to then come back when they're allowed to come back at that cost is madness. And why do we do it? Because we have a sales ground there. Okay, well, times change. When the EU process is complete, and when ultimately the good news is delivered, and when ultimately we start, our breeders, our wonderful breeders are selling their horses internationally, you want those international buyers coming. You want them buying our horses. I don't want them to buy too many because we need them here. But when they come, that international sales calendar is so busy, there's only going to be one sale that they're going to come to, just from a time perspective. You tell me where they're going to want to come to. You tell me where they want to come to. So when I have this conversation, I'm like, why are we doing this, guys? So what I'm going to ask you to do, what I said to you a year ago, what Justin Vermaak's been doing, going around to every farm, give us your best. Put them on the Cape sale. Trust me, we're in conversations with Hong Kong and international jurisdictions. When it comes, they'll come here. You've had a year to see how we operate. Hopefully, we've silenced a lot of the doubters, and you know we will succeed. If you build it, they will come. Take the plunge. Put your best on our sales, please, I ask you. So that's as it relates to Cape. The other thing, the other development, of course, that you may have read about is Gold Circle. Myself and Hollywoodbets offered 500 million to Gold Circle, or 500 million to go into racing in Durban, to really do in Durban what we've done in the Cape. There is a vote that's happening on September the 19th. The members get to vote. If they don't approve it, then it's self-evident what will happen. If they approve it, we then need to go through the regulatory process, which could take up to a year, and then Gold Circle, Cape Racing. Really, you can see coastal racing. Don't know what the name will be, but you can see it's Durban and the Cape. And I think it's the preeminent races that this country has to offer. And I think the excitement that we have here, we will then look to deliver to the East Coast as well, which is great for the breeders, it's great for owners, it's great for lovers of racing. We're going to do it twice. So much for that early retirement. It doesn't seem to be working out too well. But these are very, very exciting things. I do want to touch on one thing when I said that it won't be without controversy. What is the biggest challenge that we have today in racing? a year ago, coming in, obviously we all knew about the financial predicament, which could be fixed with money. Changing culture, of course, gets fixed with people and leadership. You ask me today, what's the biggest challenge? Well, we're investing money in trying to upgrade, uplift our sport. Our integrity of our sport is everything, and therein is our biggest challenge. As one of the racing operators, we get to fund the NHA, right? The NHA gets funded by the racing operators. As a result of that, I get to see the NHA budget, and I get to see where money is being spent, and I get the opportunity to ask certain questions. And it is clear to me, absolutely clear, that we have a doping issue. We have an integrity issue. And doping, to me, is the biggest challenge that we have. And I'm saying this as somebody that's putting my money into the sport. I cannot have the integrity of our sport ever be questioned. What are we building then? It is absolutely fundamental. And I don't want people in this room to bury their heads in the sand. It's happening, okay? And for those of you that haven't connected the dots, if you want to go back and look at some press releases, however subtle over the last few weeks, you will see a change in the rules regarding the administering of veterinary treatment intra-articularly into the knee, into the joint, 7 days before racing. And that may not seem, maybe some of you haven't connected the dots. There's a reason for it, and there's more things to come. But the point being, we can't stand for it. For breeders in the room, it kills the stud book. What's the right form if you have cheating going on in racing? It absolutely destroys it. For those that are interested in selling our picture internationally, betting, if our racing is looked at negatively because the results and the form cannot be trusted, what are we doing this for? So my personal point of view and the stand that I'm taking is zero tolerance. Absolutely zero tolerance. And if other racing operators elsewhere in the country don't adopt the same stance, you will see a firm line drawn through this country. There will be a geographic divide. I'm not sitting here preaching unity. I'm preaching there should be absolute unilateral declaration of war on those that cheat. And it's not just because they're cheating because of... Thank you. And it's actually more than the integrity for the purpose of this business. The part that really gets to me, so just so you understand, when you administer certain things intra-articularly, it doesn't show up in the urine, doesn't show up in the blood, and that's why you're not catching people. It's the mode of delivery. It's not what's going in, it's how it's going in, okay? And we've already identified, of certain culprits, certain methods, certain everything. But what really gets to me is this. Does it make horses run faster? Maybe, but the main thing it does is it makes horses ignore the pain, which means horses that could be in pain for that fleeting minute or two or three don't feel their pain. And we know that that's not in the horse's best interest. And if there's one thing that I know about people in this room is that the love of the horse comes first, and that's what gets me more than anything. So I am considering all our options in terms of what we can do. For example, perhaps if someone's been treated by a vet that's not on our approved list, well, we own this facility. We'll decide who gets to run on our race courses. We want to have cameras in saddling enclosures. We want to have cameras in saddling boxes, because a lot of what's being done is being done just pre-saddling. It's quick acting, short-lived. We want to do whatever it takes to eradicate it, right? The horse comes first, our integrity comes first. So it wasn't the intent to be controversial. I just say it the way I see it. I'm in a position from standing here, I've got to take a stand. I do not believe in being Switzerland. I don't believe in sort of avoiding conflict. I believe in rather tackling problems head on, and it's something that I feel very passionate about. Anybody that feels the same way, anybody that has any information or ideas, I'm an open book, and I'm always available. With that, let's rather turn on to the more important thing, which is, at the end of the day, this truly needs to be a team effort. I'm asking everybody in this room, everybody that loves our sport, to all pull together to take us to the next level. So for owners, all the owners in the room, buy more horses, please. Please, buy as many, exactly, as many as you can. And by the way, spread them around. We have brilliant trainers in the Cape. Support everybody. Support everybody. I think everyone can feel that ours is a policy of inclusion. We want everybody to succeed. To the breeders, last year you were the problem children. You were the problem children because our foaling numbers were down. Please get them up. Please, please, you have amazing horses. You've got amazing mares. Let's get the breeding up. Do it. I can promise you now, racing is going from strength to strength. The commitment is we're not going anywhere. Our money's in. Our money's only increasing. Demand's going to stimulate. Don't wait for the demand to produce the supply. Okay? Supply. To our trainers, some of the initiatives have clearly worked. You've run your horses more, which is what I asked a year ago. Some of you have run them 12 times in a year and are bankrupting us slowly but surely, so that clearly worked. Please, trainers, please, I ask you, please modify some of your behaviors, though. Don't nominate 1,000 to accept one horse. You're going to drive Justin for Mark well, he's drinking already. Come, help us. Nominate horses that you plan to accept. We just need everybody we want everybody to come to the party. Breeders, sell your horses in the Cape. Jockeys, please, I don't know how many jockeys are here, but please ride work as much as you can, and more importantly, please be in constant communication with owners. Give them a pleasant experience. Let them get feedback on their horses. Let everybody pull together. For all those people that are interested in philanthropy and helping, we need so much help. Grooms housing, things of that nature, right? These pockets only have so much in. I need help from everybody. So what I'm asking is, we're one big family. We're united by one thing, which is, well, two things: a passion for our sport and a love of the racehorse. So anybody that can and is willing to help, all help is gratefully accepted. So all that remains is to say to everybody here, thank you for being here. To all award nominees, congratulations on your nominees, on your nominations, and please have a great time, and let's have a brilliant year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Greg. There is nothing like a message that concise and that clear. And I think all of us will offer to lay a brick or two where we can here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth to get things going when the summer rolls round. Right, I'd like to call up Justin Vermaak and Robin Collier. Robin will be coordinating the handover ceremony, and of course Justin will be handing over the various trophies to the winners. So let's get started with the Cape Racing Awards for the season past. We're starting off with a champion juvenile in the male category. The nominees are My Golly Molly, the winner of the Langerman; Outlaw King, the winner of the Cape Nursery; and Underworld, the winner of the Somerset Stakes. The champion juvenile male of the season is
Outlaw King out in front. That's the one they've got to get to. Zoomies looming up, the only danger, but Outlaw King has a huge lead coming toward the final 100, and there's no stopping Outlaw King this afternoon. Wins easing up at the line.
Outlaw King, the son of Rafif, trained by Dean Kaname, of course owned by DK Racing Syndicate. Syndication, of course, such an important cog in the wheel, something that's been proudly focused on here in the Western Cape. We'd like to call some of the members of DK Racing Syndicate up on stage, of course also bred by James Armitage at the Sandown Stud, to come and collect the first prize of the evening. Of course, all photos and all awards will be handed on the left-hand side. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for the champion juvenile male of the season, Outlaw King. So the first award of the evening. Let's now go on to the Juvenile Fillies segment of tonight. There are 5 nominations, and they are: Champion Juvenile Female nominees for the season are Beach Bomb, the winner of the Iridescence; Distant Winter, the winner of the Winter Nursery; October Morn, the winner of the Perfect Promise; Raskova, the winner on Met Day; and of course Winter Cloud, the winner of the Strelitzia. So 5 hot shot fillies up for an award. Your champion juvenile filly of the season is...
Winter Cloud that has taken the lead. We're into the closing stages. Distant Winter is chasing up the outside, but there's no stopping Grant van Niekerk as Winter Cloud wins it from Distant Winter.
The daughter of What a Winter, bred by Drakenstein stud. It's Winter Cloud, the champion juvenile filly of the season here in the Western Cape. Team Drakenstein, Candice Bass Robinson, would you please take the stage? So Winter Cloud, we're looking forward to all of these fillies coming out in the summertime, and I'm sure one thing that everyone agrees on is that, as always, the Cape have a lot of good youngsters around. The fillies category this season is shaping out to be an absolute ripper. Don't miss any of the features when we get to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth in a couple of months' time. Moving on now to Champion 3-year-old Colt. What a category this is. Your nominations for Champion 3-year-old Colt are: Charles Dickens, the winner of the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas and the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge, and Cousin Casey, the winner of the Cape Punters Cup. Ladies and gentlemen, the champion 3-year-old Colt of the 2022-2023 season is...
It's Charles Dickens that got driven into the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, you seeing something special as Charles Dickens shows he's a champion. He wins the Guineas easy.
So once again, a call for Team Drakenstein and Candice Bass Robinson to make their way up onto the stage. Another photo, another piece of silverware. What a few weeks it's been. Drakenstein swept all before them at the National Awards, and here they are again. 3 awards done, 2 for Team Drakenstein stud. Well done to Gaynor Rupert and the rest of the team. I think Charles Dickens on his own deserves an extra round of applause. Champion 3-year-old filly. Let's have a look at the nominees. 3 names here, 3 names who will look wonderful at stud. The nominees are Chow Bella, the winner of the Western Cape Fillies Championship; Golden Hostess, 2-time feature race winner during the Cape season, including multiple places; and Make It Snappy, the winner of the Cape Fillies Guineas, as well as the Paddock Stakes. 3 brilliant fillies.
Make It Snappy. She continues to go in front. In fact, she's found another gear. She's kicked a length and a half clear of Chow Bella, and Make It Snappy is going all of the way to win the World Sports winning Cape Fillies Guineas.
Make It Snappy is the champion 3-year-old filly. It's wonderful to say that. Hollywoodbets Syndicate, step up onto the stage. Anthony Delpeche is here, and Brett Crawford, of course, the trainer of Make It Snappy. Step forward and collect the prize. Very well done, Team Hollywood. Brett Crawford, Make It Snappy takes the champion 3-year-old filly of the season past. Well done to make it snappy. A very richly deserved piece of silverware for the daughter of Dynasty bred at Ridgemont. Champion older male. Wait till you see the names that are up for the award of champion older male for the season. Introducing them. Champion older male nominees are the winner of the Lomara Kings Plate, El Matana. The winner of the Cape Flying Championship, Gimme a Prince. The winner of the World Sports Betting Cape Met, Jet Dark. The winner of the HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes, Trip of Fortune. And the winner of the Hollywoodbets Durban July, Winchester Mansion.
Here's Gimme a Prince with a big run on the outside. Gimme a Prince, thunderstruck, but it's Gimme a Prince who won it.
Gimme a Prince is the champion older male of the season. Congratulations to all the connections with Gimme a Prince. Owned and bred by Kaya Stables, raised by Fastfontein Stud. We're lucky to invite Carl de Vos from Fastfontein to come up onto the stage to collect the prize on behalf of the connections of Gimme a Prince. Very well done to all of the connections. Gimme a Prince, a two-time Grade 1 winner during the season. Of course, winning here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth in the Cape Flying Championship on Cape Met Day, and then going down to Peter Maritzburg at Hollywoodbets Scottsville and winning the Golden Horse Sprint. Congratulations to Gimme a Prince. Champion older female of the season is the next category to be discussed. Here are the nominees. The nominees are, going up, the winner of the Ladies' Mile, Quintus Light, who took out the Laissez-Faire Stakes as well as the Olympic Duel, and Marina, the winner of the Grade 3 Victor Stakes this season. The winner is...
Marina is in hot pursuit. Then comes Chanzanay. Stand side, Silver Darting. Do Angels Cry. Marina is flying in the middle. It's Marina. On the outside, Do Angels Cry, but Marina is going on the better. Marina wins it.
Candice Bass Robinson, please step forward to collect the prize on behalf of the Maritzfontein Stud Pty Limited, of course owned in wonderful silks, some of the most famous silks in the country, some of the most traditional, filled with heritage, and many others. Well done to Mark Bass, Bryn Ressel, Mr. Green as well, part of the ownership. Bred, of course, by Volkerbos Drifter Maritzfontein, and a full sister to former Hollywoodbets Durban July winner Marina Resco. The champion older female is Marina. Next up is champion sprinter. And boy, have the Cape produced some unbelievable sprinters over the years. If you think to the country trotting that Cape sprinters do, going to Johannesburg and Durban, and the success that they have, here are your three nominees for this previous season. They are Bereave, the winner of the Diadem Stakes, Gimme a Prince, the winner of the Cape Flying Championship, and Rio Quirari, who won the Champagne Stakes. The champion sprinter of the season is...
Gimme a Prince down the inside, but Dolty, Rio Karori is absolutely motoring home into the closing stages. Gimme a Prince, Rio Karori with one late lunge to the wire. Gimme a Prince from Rio Karori.
Fastfontein yet again stepped forward, of course, raised at Fastfontein Stud, bred by Lady Laidlaw at Kaya Stables, and trained by Dean Kannemeyer. A multiple Grade 1 winner through the season, Gimme a Prince is Cape Racing's champion sprinter of the season. So that's award number 2 for Gimme a Prince this evening. As we now move on to Champion Miler. And of course, this is always a hot topic when you consider the Lomara Kings Plate, the purest race of the country here, held behind me at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. The three nominees for Champion Miler are El Matana, the winner of the Lomara Kings Plate, Charles Dickens, the winner of the Hollywoodbets Cape Guineas, as well as the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge, plus the Independence on Saturday Guineas in KZN. And also Trip of Fortune, who won the HF Oppenheimer Horse Chestnut Stakes in Johannesburg, among so many other feature races in his exploits around the country. The champion miler of the season is... The sensational story of Charles Dickens continues. Charles Dickens won the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge. It's Charles Dickens, award number 2 for Charles Dickens this evening. Drakenstein and Candice Bass-Robinson step forward. Busy night yet again getting the steps in. Congratulations to the freakish son of Trippy, Charles Dickens, who delivered on all the great expectations this season. Champion middle distance horse of the season is up next. There are 2 names here, but 2 big names. Of course, the middle distance category qualifies between 1,601 meters and 2,399 meters. Let's reveal the nominations. They are the winner of the World Sports Betting Cape Met's Jet Dark, as well as the winner of the Hollywoodbets Durban July Winchester Mansion. 2 of the biggest races in the country, 2 races that trainers and connections have targeted for many, many months. The champion middle distances.
Jet Dark who comes forward to pick it up from Silver Operator along the inside. There's no substitute for class. Jet Dark draws away to win from Silver Operator.
Jet Dark, the winner of the World Sports Betting Cape Met, takes out the champion middle distance of the season. Justin Snaith and your team. Nick Johnson, the winning owner. Drakenstein, the winning breeders. Justin Snaith, bring up whoever you want for Jet Dark. Well done to all concerned. Part owned by Tommy Crow and Nick Johnson. A memorable moment here in late January. Very well done to Jet Dark, the champion middle distance of the season. And then to champion stayer of the season, the long distance category. And what actually is refreshing about this one is that there are 5 nominees in a category that can generally and historically be quite shallow over the last few years, has cranked up of late. Here are the nominations. They are Baratheon, the winner of the Will Avington. Chrome Yellow, the winner of the Chairman's Cup. Navy Strength, who won the Cape Summer Stayers. Salvatore Mundi won here on Cape Met Day by winning the Reserve Stayers, and the winner of the Durbanville Cup, The Future is Bright. The winning of the champion stayer is...
Salvatore Mundi, that now comes forward, takes the lead into the closing stages. Salvatore Mundi beats the Brass into second.
The Son of Dynasty, Salvatore Mundi, is the champion stayer of the season, trained by Justin Snaith, and of course bred by Fastfontein Stud, but owned by one Greg Bortz and Pamela Isdell as well. I think all of you, John Freeman as well, come up onto the stage, be a happy family. The champion stayer of the season is Salvatore Mundi. Justin, you got to come up as well to add a little bit of... Well done, everybody. That was one of the feel-good winners this evening. The champion stayer goes the way of Salvatore Mundi. So now we're going to move on to the speeches. By the way, Justin, thank you very much. Well done. Now we're calling up Craig Deploy to step forward and present the next award. That, of course, is Champion Work Rider of the Season. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm round of applause for the man giving work riders in the Cape all of the chances, Craig Deploy. So this is where we're going to start with a couple of speeches, but just to all those that win the next 6 awards, so that of Champion Work Rider, Apprentice, Jockey, Trainer, Justin, owner and Horse of the Year connections, if you don't mind keeping your speeches as short as possible. Let's now move on to Work Rider of the Year. This, of course, is stats-based, so it's no surprise. But Justin Snaith describes the following man as one of the most important cogs in the wheel. The champion Work Rider is...
Future Turn over the top. He's reading them in quickly into the closing stages, takes the lead. Night Tiger taken off into the closing stages, but Future Turn goes on to win it from Night Tiger.
Well done to Sipiwa Feni, the champion Work Rider of the season, or Shorty, as he is effectively named. Well done to Shorty. Step forward and officially be crowned as the champion Work Rider of the season. Shorty, as mentioned, one of the most important cogs in the Snaith racing wheel, brought home 2 winners in the season past from just 5 rides, trading at an unbelievably high strike rate. So Shorty is not going to say a few words, I believe. Now moving on to Champion Apprentice. This is important because this is a window to the future for those young jockeys that might well follow in the footsteps of the champions. And what I really value about Cape Racing is that downstairs, when you walk into the foyer, all the champions from the past are honoured. So there's every chance that the Champion Apprentice will join the great names, the Carl Nesiuses, the Garth Pullers, the Richard Farees, etc. The Champion Apprentice of the season is...
Night Ruler on the inside is starting to fight back with every single stride. Night Ruler now kicks clear, and Night Ruler going to be difficult to catch. Night Ruler is going to win from Montien.
Well done to Joshwin Solomons, the Champion Apprentice of the season. Josh Solomons, one of the more popular jockeys here. He's now a fully fledged jockey. He's out of his time. But sadly, Joshwin is arriving now. Is he? That's incredible. Joshwin, great timing. We nearly gave your award away.
I'm not a guy of plenty words, but I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been helping me all along. To Mr. Snaith and to the Best Racing, and to Mr. Indian for being so kind to me. I just want to say thank you.
Next up, to present the next award, I'd like to call upon one of the Hall of Fame jockeys in South Africa. Anthony Delpesh, please step forward and present the next award. So the next award, inevitably, is for the champion jockey of the season. Let's reveal who it is.
Jet Dog, it's Comedy Dung that's taken the lead. We're into the closing stages. Up the outside, Jet Dog flying to the wire, very close.
Well done to Richard Faree, the champion jockey of the season. We'd like to call up his partner, Andrea Schroeder, to collect the prize. Very well done to Richard, who has been at Fairview today in Port Elizabeth, showing the hard work and dedication, which would have got a long way to claiming this prize. 88 winners ridden in the Cape over a 12-month period has crowned Richard Faree convincingly the champion jockey of the season.
Good evening, everyone. Richard sent me a WhatsApp message with his little speech as he was about to board his flight to Joburg. So on behalf of Richard, apologies I can't be here tonight as I had commitments in my racing calendar. A special thanks to all trainers, owners for their ongoing support, much appreciated as always. To Greg Bortz and Team Hollywood, thank you for saving the game we love. Thank you. To the guys behind the scenes, grooms, farriers, handlers, assistants, work riders, dentists, photographers, transport companies, the competition, and most of all, my agent, Ken Nicol. Without you, racing just can't function. Competition is essential. Thank you for this award, and have a good evening.
Thank you very much to Andrea, and thank you very much to Anthony Delpeche for handing over the prize. Of course, I think that's a nice pertinent moment. Of course, Richard Furry, sponsored by Winning Form, and of course, Winning Form closely associated with the Hollywood Syndicate. And of course, Richard and Anthony would have had many stirring battles in races over the years. The next that I'd like to call up onto the stage as Chairman of Cape Racing to present the next 3 awards, Mr. Greg Bortz. So let's start with Champion Trainer. This, of course, is stats-based, but if it was wins-based, it wouldn't be a contest either. And of course, as Greg said, in the Cape, you are blessed with some unbelievable trainers, some unbelievable horsemen. There have been Grade 1 winning trainers here, wall to wall, season in and season out. It's a great pleasure to unveil the Champion Trainer of the season. It is none other than this man. Justin Snaith, well done, sir. Champion trainer yet again. Your name goes on the board downstairs. Your name up in lights yet again. Champion trainer of the Cape for the season with 130 winners here in Cape Town. Over 24 million rand earned. And don't forget to pose for the photo because this will be a memorable one. Justin, are you really going to escape a few words?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I can see, Greg, what you mean. Left, right, left, right. I feel like I'm teaching my child to cross the road. It's been a long season for us. To those that have won the big 3-year-old of the year, 2-year-old of the year, really well done. It's one of those years where we sadly may have missed a beat, and I really say well done to those that won. It's extremely competitive out there. There's nothing easy about it. Money doesn't buy you these awards, I can assure you. It's going out there, finding the right horse, or the right horse finding you, and living the dream of this amazing sport. So I really say to all the winners today, really well done. I hope next year we win more. It's going to be cutthroat out there. There's a lot more to play. Now the times have the stakes have gone up. I just feel like finally the fire is starting to happen in South African racing, especially here. So I'm really looking forward to what is going to be. I think it's going to be a big, big summer season here in the Western Cape. To my team, if I tell you that we've stood out in the rain this winter here in the Western Cape, I can see why I used to go to Durban as a youngster to get away. This season has been one of those winters that has been, I tell you what, our farm where we are is absolutely flooded. And I thank my team. Every morning when jockeys aren't there, we there, working as hard as we possibly can. To Ben, who is champion work rider. His twin brother has joined me now in the Western Cape. The work riders, to me, are such a big part because at the end of the day, the horse comes first. Injuries are a lot less if you've got the right work riders and things like that. So I really thank my work riders and my grooms for the massive effort and the love that they put towards their horses. To my team that are sitting over there, we've really worked hard. It's been one of those seasons where it hasn't been plain sailing. We've grinded, we got the job done, and I'm really looking forward to what's coming in the future. A special mention to our I wouldn't say call him an agent, our John Freeman. He's more than that, so to say. Doesn't sound right, John. You're more to us than that. So you're something that Jonathan and I look up to. We work timelessly together in hopefully choosing top racehorses. To all our clients, to all the other trainers' clients, we thank you for the effort that it was hard times, COVID. you came to the party. Not only that, we actually had clients supporting our community in our area, to the underprivileged. We thank you. To the Cape breeders, another year goes by. You can't keep complaining, as Greg said. We're spending more and more money on the horses that are going to the sales. They're becoming more and more expensive. So I really hope that has put you guys in a great mood, and look forward to spending more money on your horses in the future. So to everyone here tonight, we thank you so much, and to my team, big season ahead.
You were thinking about adding more. Justin, don't forget your trophy. Owner of the year. When you think of some of the hard hitters, and all of the hard hitters, and maybe even the not so hard hitters that are here in the Western Cape, owner of the year, when going through the stats and going through the winners and the stakes, that it's always fiercely, fiercely competitive. The owner of the year is... The sensational story of Charles Dickens continues. Charles Dickens won the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge. 39 winners in the Western Cape over the 12-month period, with 7.8 million rand earned. Drakenstein Stud, step forward and collect the prize for champion owner of the season. Kevin Somerville, the floor is indeed yours. Very well done to Drakenstein Stud. Gaynor Rupert, of course, the brains and the brawn behind the operation. A huge congratulations to Drakenstein Stud, the owners of the year.
Firstly, I'd just like to thank Greg and Cape Racing, and obviously James and the Cape Breeders for an evening like this. It's really special to come out and celebrate with the fellow nominees. It's always a spectacular time in Cape Racing to look back. You know, this is an extremely special award for us to win at Drakenstein Stud. So to all my fellow teammates and people at the farm, I can't name you all, but you know who you are. Thanks so much for putting up with me all the time, for my phone calls during lunchtime, during evenings, during weekends. I know I'm a pain in the, but it's just an incredible team to work with, and we keep on pushing each other, and it's fun, and we just want to succeed. So thank you to you guys. Obviously to all the trainers that have succeeded for us this season, thank you so much. To the trainers, to the jockeys, to the grooms, the vets, the farriers. You guys know how much you matter. Without all of you, it wouldn't count. So to everybody that's assisted in our horses getting to the races and succeeding, thank you so much. Obviously a very special thank you to Gaynor. It's all because of her. And she asked us the other day, what is it this year that's made us special? How have we succeeded? What's made us, succeed this year? And to be honest, Gaynor, it's your continued enthusiasm and dedication and passion to Drakenstein and to South African racing that makes us strive to succeed. So this is to you, and thank you very much for your passion for South African racing. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much, Gaynor Rupert, and thank you, Drakenstein Stud. Congratulations to all of you. Let's go on to the final award of the Cape Racing side of things before dinner is served, and this is the one that they all want to win. It's Horse of the Year.
Charles Dickens that got driven into the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, you seeing something special as Charles Dickens shows he's a champion. He wins the Guineas easy.
And something special he is. Charles Dickens is the Cape Racing Horse of the Year for 2022-2023. Drakenstein again and Candice Bass-Robinson, please step forward and accept the award on behalf of your beautiful, brilliant son of Trippy. Now the big question is, who's going to speak? Well done to all of you though, well done Taryn, well done to the entire team. Mark Bass stepping forward as well. If you guys want to come this side as well, this side if you don't mind. And this, by the way, is an absolute ripper of a trophy. It's double the size, therefore double as beautiful. And Mark Bass has got the mantle.
I've been given the task of making a speech. So good evening, everybody. What can I say about Charles Dickens? Wow, what a phenomenal horse he is and has been to train thus far. He's only halfway into his career, I think. I think we've still got a way to go with him, but yeah, he's truly been a special horse, and I think, you know, the way he wins his races, that devastating turn of foot that he has, for me is really the best horse that I've ever trained, and it's a privilege to have him in my yard. Obviously, in having a horse like this in your yard, there's a lot of stress that comes with it. So there's just a couple of people, or a lot of people actually, that I would like to just say thank you to tonight. Firstly, my whole team. Too many of them to mention. I've got the most fantastic team at home, and obviously there's a lot of hard work that goes into all my horses and all my yard. We've had a fantastic season, so thank you very much to all of them. Only a few of them here tonight, but I'm not going to mention all their names. They know who they are. Firstly. Secondly, a special mention to Oscar, his groom. I think he gets bitten every day, a few times a day, and he never raises his voice, never a hand, anything. He's the most wonderful, quiet person and great groom, and I'm sure he's very proud to have a horse like this to look after. Secondly. Thirdly, to Aldo, who's ridden him to all his sensational victories. You know, it's not always easy to get up there and do it. I know you've got the horse underneath you, so thanks to him. And then we go on to, sorry, to all my farriers, vets, everybody else in the yard. Thank you to all of them. To Kevin, Kira, thank you so much for Gavin as well. It's been a pleasure working with you guys today, your whole team at Drakenstein. What a pleasure, what wonderful people to work with, and I have to say a big thank you to you. And then lastly, and I think most importantly, to Gaynor. Wow, what a fantastic season you've had. It's been absolutely phenomenal. And I'd like to really say a very big thank you for all the wonderful support that I get from you. I don't even know how to thank you for all the wonderful horses that I've had. We've had a great season together, so well done to you guys. It's been fantastic, and I'm sure you're very proud to have a horse like this, and I'm sure Gaynor will be really proud to have him back on the farm to take over from his father, who I think has been one of the most iconic stallions in South Africa. So well done to you guys. And then just to all the winners tonight, congratulations on all your awards. Justin, nice to see you a bit more active tonight. And just to Greg and Cape Racing, Hollywoodbets, thank you for all your wonderful things that you've done for racing. I think without you, we wouldn't really be standing here today with smiles on our faces. So thank you to everyone, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Candice, all things being equal, 30th of September, Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Is that the return date? Likely, 30th of September, Hollywoodbets Durbanville. Is that the likely return date? Yes. So to all those out there, book your tickets. Hollywoodbets Durbanville, 30th of September. The likely return in the Hollywoodbets Matchroom Stakes for the Horse of the Year, Charles Dickens. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take dinner now. Enjoy the entertainment. Enjoy dinner as well. On the back of this, we'll commence with the Breeders' Awards of the season past. Thank you and enjoy. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to the second half of this evening's proceedings. Those are the Cape Breeders' Awards. I trust everybody enjoyed dinner. I certainly did. It looks like everyone did. Clean plates in front of you all. And let's enjoy the rest of the night as we now commence through the halfway stage. Without further ado, let me introduce and welcome James Armitage, the chairman of the Cape Breeders Association, to step forward and say a few words.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Cape Breeders Club, I'd like to thank you all for coming out tonight to support the Cape Awards. Congratulations to all the nominees and the winners in each category. It truly is a remarkable achievement to be nominated, let alone to be a winner. Thank you to Cape Racing and Hollywoodbets for hosting us here at Kenilworth, at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. Thank you to Greg, Justin, Robin, and the rest of the Cape Racing team. I'd also like to thank Wendy Probert from Cape Breeders Club for assisting in putting on tonight's tremendous occasion. Thank you to our one and only Alistair Cohen, coming all the way down from Joburg. Thank you, Alistair. It's sometimes said that we have brilliant horsemen and horsewomen in our midst in South Africa, and it's my sense that we sometimes underestimate their brilliance, be it commentators, trainers, jockeys, grooms, farriers, whatever it may be in the racing industry. And on that note, I would like to make a special mention to congratulate and acknowledge Robbie Miller for his brilliance of being inducted into the International Horseshoeing Hall of Fame. Well done, Robbie. Well done, Robbie. One of the things the Cape Breeders Club does is grooms education. I'd like to hand out level 5 certificates to 4 grooms who have achieved the highest level we offer. If they could come up and collect their certificates, please. They are Ferdy Swartboy, Willem Krotz, Zonomzi Mgwali, and George Wiltshire, and Jackson Deere. Being part of Cape Breeders, I'd like to mention some outstanding achievements by our breeders and all our horses. Firstly, I'd like to mention Gimme the Green Light's brilliant trifecta for being champion sire, champion 3-year-old sire, and champion 2-year-old sire. As I say, it hasn't been done in 54 years. Congratulations to Freeman Stallions for managing him, and to Varsfontein Stud where he stands. Congratulations, it's a huge achievement. I know a lot has been said about Drockenstein Stud this year, but if one considers that they have 6% of the broodmare population in South Africa, they have won 28% of the Group 1 races and 19% of all the stakes races in South Africa. It really is an incredible achievement. Well done to Gaynor, Kevin, Gavin, and the whole Drockenstein Stud team. Well done, guys. On occasions like this, I cannot stress enough our thanks and gratitude to all the stallion owners and agents for donating stallion services to the Cape Breeders Club during the year. Of the many things the club does, it allows us to contribute to events like this tonight. So thank you for your never-ending support. I'm sorry some of our breeders can't be here tonight as they're busy foaling. It's a very demanding time of the year for the breeder. Long nights, sometimes difficult and tiring, with a roller coaster of emotions. From heartache to pure elation, when one thinks the foal just born could be a future champion. In closing, I wish all my fellow breeders a successful breeding season, and wishing all the owners and trainers a brilliant Cape racing season, which is almost upon us. Once again, thank you very much for making the effort to support the Cape Awards. Thank you.
So why is South Africa so blessed with world-class breeders? Is it the geography? Is it the air? Is it the blessing of the rains in Africa? But is it straightforward? There are few things in racing I'd not try, and breeding is most certainly one of them. And why would I compete with the caliber of people who have put their lives, hearts and souls into a discipline that takes so much blood, sweat and tears? Every single horse has a story, and I believe we as broadcasters and journalists fall short in telling these stories. Every story starts with you. To all of you in this room, watching from afar or with a horse that you've bred, thank you for putting these incredible horses onto the racetracks, sales rings and paddocks. Let's honor the Cape breeders and the champions from the season past. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to call upon Joy Armitage to step forward, and she'll be conducting the prize giving along with Wendy Probert. A warm round of applause for Joy Armitage and Wendy Probert. The nominees for Champion 2-year-old colt are bred by Fastfontein, Lucky Lad. Bred by Sandown, Outlaw King. And bred by Fastfontein, Sandringham Summit. The Champion 2-year-old colt of the Cape Breeders' Awards is
Lucky Lad comes into the lead past the 200-meter marker, and Lucky Lad is going great guns here over the last 100. There's the roar. This is number 4 for Lucky Lad. Wins by 5. Another easing up win.
It's Lucky Lad, the son of Gimme the Green Light, who, as you heard from James Armitage, swept all before him with some unbelievable statistics through the season past. Well done to Fastfontein Stud, the breeders of Lucky Lad. The next category to honor, we're going to the juvenile fillies of the season. 4 names to reveal as nominees, and they are bred by Main Chance, Bavarian Beauty. Bred by Fastfontein, Calamoretta. Bred by Drakenstein, Distant Winter. And also bred by Drakenstein, Winter Cloud. The Champion 2-year-old filly of the season is
Winter Cloud asks for maximum and comes bouncing into the lead, making her statement loud and clear by 2.
Winter Cloud, bred by Drakenstein, the daughter of What a Winter, picks up the Champion 2-year-old filly of the season. Congratulations to the Drakenstein stud. Nominee Gaynor Rupert, not only did they sweep all before them on the Cape Racing Awards side of things, but now the Cape Breeders' Awards, first award of the night on this particular half for Drakenstein stud. We'll be hearing that name a lot more this season, I'm sure. Winter Cloud. Champion 3-year-old colt nominees of the season are as follows. They read Anfield's Rocket from Klavervlei Stud, Charles Dickens from Drakenstein Stud, See It Again from Drakenstein Stud, and Son of Raj, bred by Stephen Chetty. But the Champion 3-year-old colt is... The sensational story of Charles Dickens continues. Charles Dickens won the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge, Almatana 2nd, then came Zapatilis, and Trip of Fortune was 4th. Candice Bass Robinson used a word that I'm going to steal for some of the season, the iconic Charles Dickens. is the champion 3-year-old colt of the season past. Congratulations from all of us to Charles Dickens, again to Drakenstein, the son of Trippy, Charles Dickens. I've just realized they put dessert out, which we will obviously tuck into on the back of these awards, but Wayne Marks must be enjoying and resisting the temptation, taking all the photos in front of the dessert. Right, let's go on to champion 3-year-old filly. And again, 3 names that were synonymous around the South African racetracks over the past 12 months. The nominees are bred by Vosfontein Stud, Bless My Stars. Bred by Ridgemont, Make It Snappy. And bred by Wilkebosdrift de Maritsfontein, none other. The champion 3-year-old filly of the season is...
Make It Snappy, though. That's digging down deep down the inside. Captain's Ransom is trying to beg her back, but Make It Snappy went all of the way.
From Ridgemont, Make It Snappy. Craig Kiesvetter, step forward, bring the whole team. Bring Brett Crawford. Is Anthony Dalpesh still here? There he is. Bring them all. It is a team effort after all. We know about the Ridgemont policy when it comes to these horses with the Hollywoodbets syndicate. A lovely moment. Make It Snappy gets her due reward. Well done, Ridgemont. To see there are lots of names on that trophy. Champion older male of the season. I love going through these names, the memories of the past 12 months that are evoked every time I say the following names. Bred by Kaya Stables, Gimme a Prince. And then 3 from the Drakenstein Stud. They are Jet Dark, Trip of Fortune, and Winchester Mansion. The champion older male of the season is...
Give me a Prince, Rio Karori with one late lunge to the wire. Give me a Prince from Rio Karori.
Gimme a Prince for not the first, not the second, but the 3rd time tonight is a champion. For the first time tonight on the Cape Breeders side of things, it's Gimme a Prince, bred by Kaya Stables, raised at Vosfontein Stud. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for multiple award winner tonight, Gimme a Prince. Imagine being a South African stud farm and waking up in the morning seeing one of these names in your book among your band of broodmares. Let's reveal the nominees for the champion older female of the season. Bred by Wilkebosdrift de Maritsfontein, Desert Miracle. Bred by Main Chance Farms, Princess Kala. And bred by Drakenstein Stud, Rain in Holland. Let's reveal the champion older female of the season.
Princess Kala. Desert Miracle is trying to run on from behind, but Princess Kala is going strong from Desert Miracle. Another one for the combination of Richard Fourie and Sean Tarry.
It was inevitable that Princess Kala would walk away with silverware. Crowned the Equus Horse of the Year last week. She is now also crowned the champion older female here in the Cape Breeders Awards. Congratulations to the Main Chance Farms. Well done to the entire team. Dr. Andreas Jacobs, of course, the brains of the operation, represented tonight by Amanda Carey and team. Well done to the Main Chance Stud. To the champion sprinter of the season. The 3 nominations for champion sprinter are: bred by Kaya Stables, Gimme a Prince. Bred by the Narrow Creek Stud, Isi Vungu Vungu. And bred by Main Chance Farms, Princess Kala. The champion sprinter of the season. All three of these horses, by the way, multiple Grade 1 winners. But the champion sprinter has come down on the side of.
Give me a Prince with a big run on the outside. Give me a Prince thunderstruck, but it's Give me a Prince who won it.
Give me a Prince yet again, collecting another award tonight. The Cape Breeders' Awards for Champion Sprinter goes the way of the son of Gimme the Green Light, bred by Kaya Stables. Congratulations to Lady Christine Laidlaw. Thank you for your support. Thank you for all that you're doing. I think it's a beautiful story that Gimme a Prince won at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, obviously in June, but her mother, Real Princess, won at the same scene about a decade earlier. What a family. Gimme a Prince, the champion sprinter. Now to the stayer of the year. There are 4 nominees to reveal. All 4 of these horses did serious damage over the marathon distances in South Africa this season. Your nominees for stayer of the year are bred at Drakenstein Stud, Future Pearl. Bred by Al Adiyat, South Africa, Nebras. Bred by Fastfontein Stud, Salvatore Mundi. And bred by Stephen Chetty, son of Raj. Who is the champion stayer of the season?
Future Pearl stretching away in devastating style, and this is Ring Up the Register. Future Pearl comes thundering away from them.
Winner of the World Sports Betting Gold Bowl, the winner of the DSTV Gold Vase, and the winner of the Hong Kong Jockey Club Gold Cup. It's Future Pearl. As a 3-year-old, he achieved all that and more. What a season Future Pearl had. The son of Futura is the champion stayer. Well done to the Drakenstein Stud. Taryn, thank you very much for collecting the prize. Now on to the champion middle distance of the season. And here again, we have 4 of the biggest names on the South African calendar. The 4 nominations are bred by Drakenstein Stud, the son of Trippy, Charles Dickens. Bred by the Drakenstein Stud, Jet Dark. Bred by the Drakenstein Stud, See It Again. And bred by the Drakenstein Stud, Winchester Mansion. Well, we know which farm this award is going to. We know it's going to the blue and white team. But which horse has picked up the award?
Up the outside, See It Again is running an absolute cracker. It's Charles Dickens. See It Again is absolutely flying, and See It Again got there. See It Again beat Charles Dickens.
The son of Twice Over, closely related to the great Do It Again. It's See It Again, the winner of the champion middle distance. Yet again, Drakenstein Stud, rock, paper, scissors, one of you, all of you, some of you. Actually, I think we need a team photo soon. So well done again to the Drakenstein Stud, the breeders of See It Again. And I must be honest, I'm relieved that he's picked up award tonight. One of the wins of the season here in the Splash Out Cape Derby when he lowered the colours of Charles Dickens. See It Again picks up a deserved award. Now, Broodmare of the Year, and I just recently went through the names that were, of course, up for champion older female of Desert Miracle, Princess Caloran, Rain in Holland. I wonder when those 3 names will join the likes of the following names. The nominees for Broodmare of the Year are as follows. Demanding Lady, the mare of Charles Dickens and Somerset Maugham. Frudiana, produced Armagam and Son of Raj. Imperial State, responsible for Lucky Lad and Follow Me. Mvula, the broodmare of Rain in Holland. Sea Point, the broodmare of the Hollywoodbets Durban July winner Winchester Mansion. And Townsend, the mare of Sandringham Summit. The 6 names, the 6 mares up for this award. The Broodmare of the Year goes to Demanding Lady is the Broodmare of the Year. She herself a daughter of Dynasty, the great Dynasty, who's produced the great Charles Dickens, among others, also produced a very, very expensive yearling. That's just the class, the quality, and the look that Demanding Lady puts on her foals. Well done to Demanding Lady, who of course is out of Drakenstein Stud, the broodmare of the year. Next up, the outstanding breeder of the season. And there are no nominees for this. Your winner is... the famous Drakenstein Stud, yet again the outstanding breeders of the season. Congratulations. I would actually invite the entire table, if you don't mind, to step forward. All of you that have collected prizes tonight, I think you all do. Gaynor Rupert and her team, thank you so much. Well done yet again. The outstanding breeder, Drakenstein Stud. And just to add to that, from a Cape Racing perspective, to Drakenstein Stud, thank you. What you do with the Lommeraw King's Plate, the way that you turn an event into a world-class event, a world-class race into a race that is the purest on the calendar, all thanks to the efforts of Drakenstein Stud and a big professional team. Well done yet again. Now to Stallion of the Year, and his name's been mentioned a few times already, but first, let's reveal the nominees. It's Gimme the Green Light, the champion stallion of the year. Unbelievable statistics, the champion sire of 2-year-olds, the champion sire of 3-year-olds, and also sired the most winners and stakes winners last season. Gimme the Green Light stands at Fastfontein Stud. Well done to the entire team. Congratulations, Cole DeFoss, Samantha DeFoss, Yaku, John Freeman, of course, managers, and everyone responsible with Gimme the Green Light. Speaking of the King's Plate, or as it was known, the Queen's Plate back then, when Gimme the Green Light famously turned over Variety Club, his legend lives on. Now we move on to Breeder, or rather, Outstanding New Stallion. Can't jump the gun. The Outstanding New Stallion, and just before COVID, all 3 of these stallions were brought into South Africa, and the impact they had was absolutely surreal. The horses that were up for it were Danon Platina, 17 winners from 36 runners, and produced the highest percentage winners to runners. Fire Away, who produced 4 black type horses with 4 stakes races won, leading freshman of stakes horses, and Lancaster Bomber, who had 19 winners last season of over 2.6 million rand earned, and the highest earner and number of winners. That's the class among this category. The Outstanding New Stallion is Lancaster Bomber is the Outstanding New Stallion on the Cape Breeders' Awards this evening. Lancaster Bomber, what a pity he's left us, but what a mark he's made in a short time. John Freeman, yet again, the manager of Lancaster Bomber, stood out at the Drakenstein Stud. A deserved win for a stallion that's made a lot of waves with very limited opportunity. So now we're at about the 300 meters mark as we get to the final 3 awards of the evening. It's now time for the Breeder of the Year. The Breeder of the Year is Drakenstein Stud. new rooms had to be built out at Drakenstein to accommodate all of the prizes, all of the frames, all of the winners that they've produced over the last 12 months. Congratulations. Guys, can I just ask you just to stay here just for a little bit longer, just for one more moment, because we've got a Special Achievements Award which you guys don't actually know about, and I want to keep you up here just for a little bit longer. The Special Achievements Award goes again to Drakenstein Stud, responsible for the game-changing, the trailblazing, the legendary Trippy. Congratulations yet again. And now this is definitely going up on the wall. Kevin, do you want to say a quick word about Trippy just before you go? I think he deserves the airtime.
Thanks, Ali. Yeah, this obviously just an incredible horse, Trippy, and you can see his bloodline run through all the success this season. So, yeah, I think at the end of the day, he will live long in Drakenstein history, and his bloodline will sort of leave its mark for a long time to come. Unfortunately, that time has come to an end for Trippy, and he is going to be retired. He no longer will be covering mares this season, but what an incredible stallion he has been. And so, we've got his first son back at the stud in Jet Dark, and hopefully another one coming after that. And then, who knows, there might be another one lurking around as well. So he's been an incredibly special horse to Gaynor, and, the very first stud stallion that stood at the farm. So what a buy that was. And yes, Gaynor, you are lucky, so keep on being that way. Thank you very much.
So congratulations, Gaynor Rupert, congratulations, Drakenstein Stud, and a tip of the hat for the great stallion Trippy, who made such an impact and will continue to do so, I'm sure, with all his mares and also with the sons of his that have gone to stud. And now it's time for the big one of the Cape Breeders' Awards this evening. It's to reveal the horse of the year. All nominees tonight, we're up for it, but your winner is...
Princess Keller's Finding Extra. Desert Miracle's not going to get to her tonight. It's all over Princess Keller.
The daughter of Flower Alley, Princess Keller, multiple Grade 1 winner last season. She came to the Cape. She won the Southern Cross Stakes and she won the Scepter Stakes here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. She went back up to Joburg and of course she won the Senor Santa Stakes before an unreal winter in KZN, winning the South African Filly Sprint at Hollywoodbets Scottsville, the Ridgemont Garden Province Stakes at Hollywoodbets Greyville, and also the Champions Cup at Hollywoodbets Greyville at the end of the season. Amanda, you're going to say a quick word on behalf of Main Chance Farms and the wonderful mare? Ladies and gentlemen, from Main Chance Farms, Amanda Carey.
I'd just like to firstly say well done for a great evening this evening, Cape Racing and Cape Breeders, and the future's looking bright. To the team back home, to Hundra and to Tim Butzma, who was the manager at the time that bred Princess Keller, we'd like to say well done. And to Andreas for his continued passion and support of South African racing and breeding. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and well done to Princess Keller, well done to Main Chance Farms, and well done to all winners. Those who won on the Cape Racing side and those who won on the Cape Breeders side. Thanks so much to Joy Armitage and Wendy Probert for helping with the Cape Breeders Awards. And to all of you tonight, all the winners, all of you that have made it here to Hollywoodbets Kenilworth to honor the champions of the past 12 months. To Cape Racing for putting it all on tonight, and for Cape Breeders for traditionally doing their thing of the evening. Of course, we got dessert still to come. We'll party through the night. So all of you here tonight, thank you so much for being here. Keep dreaming. Let racing live on. I think Greg said it all at the start of the night. We'll see you again soon. The next meeting here in the Western Cape will be on the 5th of September at Hollywoodbets, Durbanville. Continue to breed, continue to buy, continue to ride, continue to groom, and continue with all your winners. From myself, Alistair, it's been an absolute honor and a privilege. I hope to see you all again soon. Good night.
I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah. I get my weed from California. That's that. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. I get my light right from the source, yeah. Yeah, that's it. And I see you. The way I breathe you in. It's the texture of your skin. I wanna wrap my arms around you, baby, never let you go. Oh. And I see you. There's nothing like your touch. It's the way you lift me up. Yeah. And I'll be right here with you till the end. I got my peaches out in Georgia. Oh yeah. I get my weed from California. That's that. I took my chick up to the north, yeah. I get my light right from the source, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
You ain't sure yet, but I'm for ya. All I could want, all I could wish for. Nights alone that we miss more. The days we save as souvenirs. There's no time, I wanna make more time. I give you my whole life. I left my girl, I'm in my Yorker. Hate to leave it, call it torture.